A thoughtful, emotionally intuitive review by Blockbuster Burst. Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction isn't just a film, it's a genre-bending, time-scrambling, morally ambiguous fever dream that dances on the edge of chaos and control. Nearly 3 decades after its release, it still feels dangerously alive, a cinematic provocation that dares you to find meaning in the meaningless, beauty in brutality, and humor in horror. Plot, themes, and tone. Told in a non-linear structure, Pulp Fiction weaves together intersecting stories of hitmen, boxers, gangsters, and drifters. But this film is far more interested in moments than in destination. It's a meditation on chance, redemption, violence, and absurdity, wrapped in a noir meets pop culture coating. Tonally, it's a pendulum that swings between dark comedy, sudden violence, and surprising tenderness, without warning or apology. At its core, Pulp Fiction is about choice, often meaningless ones, occasionally transcendent. In Tarantino's world, every small act, a forgotten watch, a dance, a sudden detour, carries the weight of fate. Acting and character development. Every performance in this film is a flex of character work. John Travolta, resurrected from career limbo, plays Vincent Vega with lazy swagger and hidden vulnerability. Samuel L. Jackson as Jules delivers some of the most iconic, biblical, and electrifying dialogue in cinema history with volcanic precision. Uma Thurman's Mia Wallace is both siren and soul ache, her quiet moments saying more than any monologue. There's an authenticity in the chemistry, even when characters are saying the most outlandish things. Every actor commits not just to their role, but to the world-building of this strange, surreal, moral limbo. No one breaks the illusion. Direction and storytelling choices. Tarantino doesn't just direct, he curates. Every shot, every quote, every needle drop feels hand-picked from a dusty video store and refashioned into something mythic. The film's structure, circular, disjointed, elastic, invites you to experience story as sensation rather than sequence. The decision to eschew linearity isn't just clever, it's emotional. It mirrors memory, trauma, consequence. The pacing dares you to slow down and pay attention to what you usually ignore. Cinematography, score, and visual style. Andrei Sakula's cinematography isn't flashy, but it's sharp. Framing is claustrophobic when it needs to be, distant when it wants you to judge. The camera lingers on faces, hands, silences. The soundtrack is perhaps the soul of the film. Surf rock, soul, and Tarantino's crate-digging tastes, giving voice to things the characters can't say. Production design leans into the mythos of Americana, diners, bars, cheap motels, each a stage for existential farce. And the editing and dialogue. Sally Menke's editing is surgical in its chaos, cutting between timelines and tones with the confidence of a magician who knows you'll follow, even if you don't understand yet. The rhythm of the film is jazz, sometimes erratic, sometimes meditative, always intentional. And the dialogue, verbal, verbose, philosophical, hilarious, is music. Even when nothing is happening, the words are alive. Not one line feels disposable. How it made me feel. Watching Pulp Fiction feels like eavesdropping on a world that shouldn't make sense, and yet somehow does. It made me reflect on absurdity, on grace showing up in unlikely places, and on the strange, fragile threads that connect our choices. It's a film that lingers, not just because of its violence or coolness, but because beneath the stylized surface is something pulsing with curiosity and longing. It's cinematic anarchy, but it has a soul. That's why it endures.